Today on this episode of Out of Ore, we are going to be stopping the digging in the lower portion of the cut here. And because we're just moving bedrock, we're going to move up to the upper bench and start working up in here and moving out this lithium vein so then we can extend this bench into the coal veins. Alright, so we got the excavator up here and the rock trucks. Like I was saying, we're not going to be working in the bottom pit here in the day. For these videos, we want to kind of, I don't want to just be digging bedrock. It doesn't really pay the best, but it is profitable, and it does look cool. But I don't want to be spending 600-700 hours in the bedrock right now at the moment. So I kind of wanted to work on the upper bench today and just kind of do a little bit more work up here, kind of test a few things. Some people had said, "Hey, Split, try this out," so we're gonna go ahead and do that. We're gonna dig for a little bit here. I'm gonna throw you guys a time lapse in a little bit too as well. Also, for the thing of people asking, what they were asking is pretty much, is there a limit to how many voxel you can have in the world at a time before you can't take any more dirt from the ground like scoops? And then we've kind of noticed this before in the past, so I kind of wanted to check that out. So I think what we'll do is we'll just be digging here a little bit, and then we're going to run into, maybe try to stack up some rock trucks, see how much it can hold before we can take scoops. See, we're taking really good scoops right now. There's no problem creating any extra voxels, and it looks like we're just taking nice good scoops here. So this is a lithium / magnetite vein, as well as there's a little bit of bauxite in here as well. A lot of people have dug this this vein up quite a bit, but we're still working on it. And as you can tell from the last live stream that we were dinking around on, they seem to go forever. They even penetrate down into the bedrock layer, and they all go to, well, hell, I guess? Forever? They're endless? So, people keep saying that they've dug out all the nodes. I'm not sure, but it looks like most of the nodes that I've checked all continue to go straight through the bedrock layer. But we maybe get a little bit more clarification on that from the developer. So we'll give him a shout on that and see what he says. But obviously we've learned a lot of things in the last live stream about the ore, how it travels, the bedrock, the blast radius, all those things that changed in the last patch. So quite cool, quite interesting. My simulation and what I wanted to do was nice. A little disappointing though on the size of the nodes in general. They seem to be a little small. Maybe the tuning can be tweaked quite a bit. Now that we've been playing this game, it's hard to tell what the actual numbers are until you just get in and start running dirt or running material or running these nodes. At the moment, it seems like running pure nodes or just big surface nodes in general is obviously the best source of income. However, it's not, for me personally, it's not very fun just running surface nodes all the time. It's just too much money. The balance of the game is not really, it's not balanced enough. There needs to be a lot more balance between the surface nodes prices, or just ore price in general, and the size of the nodes, if we want to simulate stripping big giant cuts and things like that. So, but that's, a little bit of tweaking, a little bit of balancing, node size, maybe a new map in the future, having us all reset and test that out. But other than that, dudes, I'm gonna throw you guys to a time lapse, then we'll get back into talking about this, where we're gonna run some trucks here. Okay, we're starting to notice a little bit of not being able to get dirt now that we're at our second rock truck full. So you can see in that little time lapse, I've been stacking the rock trucks, and you've kind of maybe noticed a little bit of a discrepancy in the dirt coming out as we dig. So let's go ahead and keep on digging. This is the third rock truck, and it seems like we're creating less and less voxels as we hit this dirt, and it seems to be a little harder to get those scoops. And see, we're still moving the dirt, just way less is popping out. So it seems to be about 2 rock trucks, I would say just 1.5 rock trucks at a time in your world seems to be about the optimal limit before the bucket is just fighting getting any voxel to pop out versus deleting. So it's just something I've been noticing on the live streams, and see, look, nothing's popping out, just barely anything. It could just be falling through the world because of the voxel limit on the things that are in the truck. So that's kind of like just an observation that I've had, and maybe a few other people have had too. So I figured I would test it out, kind of try it out, and see what the limit is. Typically you just go straight to your plant after 1 truck, but you know, some people may want to run trucks only and maybe not a big wash plant. But yeah, it's kind of an interesting little test there, because we're definitely creating way less voxel, but we're deleting more. So let's go ahead and sell some of this off and see what our haul was, because we are trying to get some more money out of this upper bench. But I also kind of want to do a little bit of testing as well on this episode, just kind of chatting with you guys as we've been kind of slowing down the videos on Out of Ore, just because we've been smashing it quite hard and pushing out a lot of live streams. I went from 20 hours gameplay time to 90 in a week, so plus all the editing, live stream, and stuff like that. So I really do appreciate the support, everybody, and you guys have been hanging around and watching all the other content that I've been putting out and supporting me on those. And hopefully you guys understand that I do need to take a break from certain games and play other things, and not just be stuck on hyper-focused on one. But my main priority on the channel, so you guys know, is Out of Ore content. I do want to dig. I do love my digging games, as you guys obviously know. And the projects on Out of Ore take a ridiculously long time. So we want to make sure we stretch it over the period of time, especially through the holidays, and get as much as we can. Say 122,000, not bad. But we are digging the surface nodes. Let's see here. Let's keep on working these cuts. You know, see now look, we're having no problem getting voxel to squirt out this out of the cut at all. So yeah, it's kind of I wouldn't run more than 1 truck at a time, guys. It seems like we're wasting a lot of voxel when there's too many voxel in the world at a time. As well as in your, this also goes for being in your wash plant too. I did kind of test that, but I didn't record it. It seems like when you have a lot of stuff in your hopper, it's still there being loaded, and it's still being counted as well as whatever's popping out and going into your truck if you're running into a truck or things like that, right? So it's kind of hard to tell, but this is kind of giving you guys a nice little something to go off here, because I have been getting this question a lot. Why is it sometimes that the question pretty much was, why is it sometimes when I dig, I'm getting nothing's popping up, and then other times I dig, it's giving me a whole bunch of material. That is most likely why. It's because you have maybe a couple rock trucks, or you have a bunch stored up in your plant hoppers, and it's just too many things, too many elements, and it's not really spawning anything else. Therefore, when you're digging, it's just deleting pretty much everything, in a sense. It's not getting rebounded into the ground, or anything like that. So hopefully the new Voxel, or the new world change that he's coming up with, the new dirt change, the developer is, it kind of fixes that or helps it. I'm not too sure if he's doing a complete asset change, as in asset being the engine or the plugin that he's using for the Voxel. I'm not sure if it's a complete change or not, or if he's just redoing the Voxel in general on the same plugin. So something I'd have to ask him. Like I said, it's more technical stuff. If he doesn't want to answer, that's completely fine. Most developers don't really tell you what assets they're using. So I just know these assets because I work with them. So figure I'd kind of dink around with him, see how he's doing it. And it seems to be that there's kind of the way we've just discussed before. There's some weird errors in the actual asset itself, and that's not even on his end, guys. That's on the asset developer who develops Voxel plugin Pro. So that's out of the developer's hands. So I'm going to stick to pretty much just running any pay dirt through a sorter and getting what's in there. If I'm running dirt and pure node material, that's what I'll be doing. I'm just going to be sorting it. And if I'm running bedrock, I'm going to be running it through the sorter, crusher, cone crusher, and then into my truck. So I can make a lot of gravel, and then whatever other materials might be in there, they're in there. So I'm going to kind of keep it a little simple for when I'm running my bedrock material and I'm running pure node material, which is what the developer already said weeks and weeks ago, even before the patch. So keep it simple, right? Alright, so we're just running some basic material. It looks like it has some magnetite in it. So we're kind of on the side here. I cut a little bit out where we're us doing a little standing around and stuff like that. So sorry to be on the cuts being so jumpy today. It's this type of game it is. Sometimes when you're recording, you got to get up and go do things. And then you're just like, just leave the recording on. Come back in, cut it out later. But we did run some decent chunk of change. Like I said, money is real no object in this game at the moment. Mainly it's the hard thing I've been having a hard time with is just finding what I want to do. You know, how much I really want to play this early in the game. Right? So there is a lot of you guys really liking me just digging, right? And if that's what it is and you guys like watching the progression of the mine, then we'll keep making content like that, but it's really hard to, you know what I mean? It is digging a hole after all, guys. Right? So and since the balance of the game is a little off, I was a little disappointed last stream. You guys could probably hear once we were down in the bedrock and we kind of tested some things out. Sometimes once you know a little too much, you're kind of like, it kills your drive to want to keep doing something so insane. If there was nodes littered throughout the cut that we're working in, I'd be like, yeah, let's just keep rocking that out. But the cuts are so small. I mean, the actual surface nodes that run all the way down to the bedrock are so small. And it's just crazy. So one thing I did after stream is I was so curious, I just took and tunneled around all throughout my mine site down underneath the ground on the bedrock layer to see if there was any hidden nodes or anything like that, and there was nothing. There was just absolutely nothing. The only place where the nodes penetrate through the bedrock is where the surface nodes are themselves. So I just didn't find any. I used probably 4,000 or 5,000 Draymite. It took me about 2 or 3 hours, but I found nothing. Like you guys saw on stream, it was just only where the surface nodes were, and that was it. So people have been asking me, what is the #1 thing that you would want in this game? For me, I just really want the balance of the game when we're digging and between the layers, the nodes, the correct size of these mines versus the price of the ores. That would be my #1 thing that I would say would kill my drive, is if it stays the same as it is right now. Because I don't want to just run low-grade material all the time. I want the excitement that when I'm making my big giant mine, that potentially I hit a node that's really rich, and it not just be whatever's on the surface is down below. So it's kind of, or even just upping the price of the gravel or the bedrock layer that we're blasting, digging up, moving through the plant. Some of those tweaks and changes should be definitely addressed, because it makes it almost pointless. Right now, the #1 content of the game is finding a big node, stripping it out, maybe chasing it into bedrock, and making your pit a little bit bigger, but the pits are still too small in size, really. They need to be a lot bigger. Because most of these things are only 5 or 6 rock trucks wide, and that's it. So if you want to simulate open up a big giant quarry like I am doing, it kind of makes it's a piss off pretty much. So yeah, I'm hoping for maybe some changes like that. Maybe I can chat with the dev about it. I haven't seen too many people really talking about advanced gameplay, quarries. It's just everyone seems to be just, we're digging nodes and it's awesome, woo! But they don't think of the big scale of how big your pit needs to be versus how far you need to get down. Most people were completely wrong when it came to the fact that the nodes even ran past bedrock. And some people just said, you know, well, the bedrock runs forever, which is what the developers said. Nobody really said anything about the nodes running all the way the same down is there as well, because I see almost every video that I've seen, almost every video I've seen, there's been nobody that's even tried to chase one down into the bedrock. They just gave up when it quote unquote seemed like the node ran out. But what happened was in almost all cases, they chased the bedrock down, or they chased it down, and then they accidentally filled dirt in, so they thought they were done. Because they had to doze and move dirt around, and it covered up their original node. So they might have thought they were done, but if they kept going, they would have noticed that it keeps going into the bedrock. So almost all the videos that I've seen, almost all the players who had chased nodes gave up a little too early. And a lot of you guys were leaving comments about that in the live stream chat that we did, and said, yeah, most of them did lose the node. They didn't chase it correctly, or their pit wasn't big enough, or it wasn't wide enough for it to follow. So yeah, it's a very weird thing. It's very odd, and yeah, I'm not sure. I'd really have to sit and write down and think about a way this could be tuned out. Maybe help him. Let me know in the comments below what you guys think about the open pit mines. Is it a little disappointing knowing that there's no real veins that branch out, or if it's just like a straight cylinder down on the node? How you guys actually feel about these nodes size? Like I said, my feeling is they're too small, and the value of the price is too high. There shouldn't be a discrepancy between a good rock truck of lithium being 200 something thousand, and then spending all this time getting to bedrock and all you're running is gravel. So it's kind of a disappointment. Now we need to keep getting deeper and deeper and deeper. But I just don't want to work in the pit right now. So there's also a lot of things that are unknown because nobody's really experienced it yet. Nobody's really gotten down that far. There's only a handful of us that have gotten down to bedrock, and now we're running bedrock. But it's just gravel. So it's not just gravel. Most of it's gravel. You guys saw we were running some diamond, some jade, some gold through the plant, but the majority of your bulk sell price is gravel. So you will need the sorter, you will need the cone crusher, you will need the jaw crusher and stuff like that. In the combination of sorter, jaw, and cone. Okay, so yeah, we're just filling the truck up, making some progression on this upper bench. I'm going to pop this probably into 2 episodes or so. I just kind of mainly want to talk about the Voxel today a little bit, and talk about like the actual, the kind of just like I said, the overall feel of the game. Because for me, the content runs out when the nodes don't get very big. And the allure of this game for me personally is the ability to have a giant mine where I'm not running thousands and thousands and thousands of rock trucks of crap. So I don't know. There needs to be obviously some tuning, some tweaking. I know a lot of people might be upset if the saves get reset. Maybe he should give a hard deadline on when the new build is coming out, where we're going to lose our saves. And guys, it does happen. And I know I've been a big advocate on hoping that he doesn't do it for a while because I'm a content creator. But you know what? I'm even willing to say I don't care. I'd rather like to see better progression in the balance early off and have to reset and take this save as a learning, right? It's a learning. We learned a lot. We learned a ton. And the developers watched a lot of content from, a lot of content creators play, taken our feedback, and then changed the game already accordingly. But now the game needs to be fixed in other aspects, and hopefully, people don't get too mad that if he does something and it torches our saves. Because it's too early right now to try to say, I'm going to keep a save from now to 1,000 hours. Okay, it's too much because he's going to change the game too much. So I don't know. Like I'd be bummed, but then I'd also be stoked to get in and do it again in a different way, right? And hopefully with a little bit more progression element built in, where the nodes may not cost as much, the nodes might be bigger, and the prices might be fixed a little bit without all the bugs we've had to run into, the countless thousands and thousands of dollars that were wasted in the shop, price fluctuations, all the bugs that we've been experiencing that torched a ton of money or created a ton of money unnecessarily. All right, here's the nodes, the stuff that's coming out. So we're just sorting is all we're doing. I just want the good stuff. So we got magnetite, blasted rock, bauxite, lots of magnetite that we're digging right now. So I just want to get rid of the dirt. I don't want to run the dirt. Sweet. Hell yeah, dude. Keep running that out of there. So when I'm digging on a pure node, like I was saying earlier, when I'm digging on a pure node and I'm mixing it with crappy dirt, it's going through that setup, just a sorter, into another truck. When the truck gets filled, we will, or like I was saying, since we tested it, I will be running and just deleting it. Since when it starts deleting the dirt, that's when I'll go dump the other rock truck, because we're just not making any progress and we're deleting more dirt than we are anything else. And if that's the case, you can just use Draymite to get rid of it. Alright, we got another load of rock here. Well, mainly bauxite and magnetite. It looks kind of like coal, but it's not. And I think we're just going to go ahead and sell this truckload here, because I'm noticing that as I'm digging, the thing was starting to build up again. The other rock truck was already getting full, so we kind of hit that 1.5 rock truck limit full of dirt, and we'll kind of get that sold off here and see how we do. But the magnetite and the bauxite is kind of like borite or barite. I don't know however it's pronounced. Okay, come on. Tippy tippy, buddy. I mean, overall, I'm happy just digging holes. I definitely did change the focus of the mine. I think for me, it's 19,000 worth of box. Oof, gross. 41 tons. Well, that load did have a lot of just pay dirt in it, right? So. Yeah, I think for me, I might change the position of the mine a little bit now that I know that we have not found any real hidden nodes. A lot of that was just experimental blasting and clearing things out. All right, let's go ahead and sell this one too. So this should be all sorted. It looks like there is some lithium in there, but mainly magnetite. So that stuff it's not worth a lot, but there also is blasted rock in here too. But since I don't have a cone crusher, I'm not getting blasted rock. I'm not getting like gravel prices. So the prices aren't going to be amazing, because I did just sort it out because I wanted raw material to pop out if I did say have a little bit of lithium in there as well. And I didn't want to just all go down and get crushed into gravel and blah 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 blah. But it seems to be doing okay, because that's what we wanted it for today. Yeah, I'm thinking about moving up towards the upper bench and getting this all and hitting those coal nodes, because there's a lot of coal nodes really close to each other, and smashing up into the upper bench and kind of clearing that out a little bit over this next week or so, and not really abandoning the lower cut forever. It's just that there's not a lot of cool stuff in it, right? It's just a lot of the same material, blast, boom, 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 boom. Maybe we'll do a poll if you guys get bored on the live streams this week. And yeah, 15K from 38 tons. That's a lot of magnetite. So magnetite's a little lower value. It's not very crazy, but it's not bad. That's about the same price as when we're running crushed gravel or cone through our cone. So it's not too bad. Yeah, this upper bench up here, we need to do a lot of work on it. So I got to get rid of this node. Then we'll pull out the Draymite again and go ballistic, and maybe open up the coal veins as well. That'd be kind of nice. Okay. So yeah, like I said, I've pretty much just been running until I can't dig anymore, and then I go get rid of everything and bring it back. So we're not gonna really run the plant too much unless we need to. Like if the load looks like it's junk, then we're gonna run it to the plant. If it looks like it's full of pure, we're gonna run it to the thing. But we do have a lot of blasted rock in here, because I did do dynamite crazy, so we'll have to be a little careful next time not to do that. So Now that we've learned when to blast and when not to blast, and what to blast with, we can now move forward and work on this mine really nicely here. Okay, come on. See how we're getting nice big scoops again? See, like I said, there is a Vox limit, and when you hit it, it just doesn't let you take scoops anymore. And sometimes I've also noticed the longer I play, the more it does that as well too. So sometimes starting your game and turning it off and on, but make sure you clear all your rock trucks and everything, because if you turn your game off or save it and come back, all the rocks won't be in the actual truck anymore. They'll just be deleted. So let's go ahead and fill this up. Yeah, I'm really just torn what to do, guys. Really just torn what to do. Like I said, leave that comment. Let me know if you've made it this far in the video. Let me know what you guys would like to see me do, because honestly, it's just digging holes. So continue the progression of the mine. Do maybe some more RP stuff like I did in the other video with Dopey. Some more shorter content, maybe some more longer content where we're just kind of theory crafting the game, which we kind of do on live streams. So I'm trying to, while a lot of you guys know that I'm sick right now, so I'm trying to take as much time as I can to rest my voice. So I've lost my voice numerous times. Today I've been able to at least speak, so I took the opportunity to jump in and get some recording done real quick before my voice goes to poo. So yeah, I appreciate the sorry about the wait, guys, on these videos and the content in general. So all right, yeah, see, now this is some good lithium here. This good white lithium is amazing. We're getting good scoops here. It's mixed with the couple other ores like titanium and stuff like that, so it's not super pure, but it's a good enough node. It's paid out millions of dollars so far. I mean, I think this node's over a couple million, and we still have a lot more to go. So, I mean, it's a good mixed node. Okay. You look at that pop. It just pops. That's how you know you don't have too much voxels somewhere in the world and other ones are not spawning. Because it seems like, was it 2 patches ago or 3 patches ago, when he changed the dozer from lagging, it was just, everything was creating too many objects, right? So when too many objects happen, other objects don't spawn. So it seems like that's what the problem is. When there's too many objects in the world, oh no, that's going to merge together. That's going to cause a mayhem. No, don't do it. Don't do it. Oh no, can I get out of the truck and delete it? Oh no, I can't move. I'm stuck. Here, just get rid of just get rid of that real quick. Oops. Whoopsie. Man, we gotta fix this road. This road is horrible. Oh my gosh. Well, no. Oh. Whew. Man. we gotta do some road work here into these benches. Because we gotta chase that node down a little bit, then we gotta bench it and section it down. A bench, by the way, is like a staircase. Like, it's stepped and tiered. That's when you hear me use the word bench, that's what we're talking about. Like, if you take a hillside that's a slope and you make it look like a staircase, that would be benches, plural. Multiple benches. One bench would be a singular bench. So you can cut it down however you want, and it gives you an easy working surface and allows you to attack nodes from the side versus just vertical or you know, versus horizontal, working along a wall face. Your benches can be as deep as you want them, so that way, say I like them to be no deeper than how deep the excavator bucket is. Or you see this little wall that I'm driving past, that's a good bench layer depth. So your benches, when you're stripping, say, a lot of material like, say, blasted rock or bedrock, you don't want your bench any deeper than, say, the excavator can reach, right? So maybe a little bit like the size of the upper arm. So we're talking maybe 10 feet. The depth of the rock truck is also a good guide as well, or maybe double the depth of the back of the bed. so you have a little wiggle room, but you want to be able to reach. Also, that'll give you a nice smooth cut pattern when you're digging as well, and maximum reach when you're working. So like about this depth you see me on right now, it's about as far as I want to really go. I've made a mess over here. I don't know why. I've just kind of cut this thing in from the side. I originally was wanting to work with the excavator and stuff like that, but I was like, no, or the front end loader. Then I just realized I don't like the front end loader in this game. I kind of just like the excavator a little bit better. I just dig better with it. I'm faster. I guess I'll just smooth some of this out. Be able to get back in here with the truck a little bit better. You know what? I think I'm just going to go ahead and start making the road here and finish off this episode for the day. And then we'll get back in here and finish this up in the live stream on Thursday. So, yeah, dudes. So I'll be streaming Out of Ore on Thursday, which is tomorrow. And hopefully my voice is good to go. Hopefully it doesn't act up tonight. But, yeah, bros. We'll get into this, this dozing work here and then try to fix this upper bench here a little bit. Alrighty, we're bringing the dozer up out of the pit. He's gonna see some daylight. Back up here and start moving some dirt. So I'm gonna try to blend this little ramp in here. I know we're probably gonna destroy our ramp, but let's see how this thing's gonna work. I was gonna time lapse a little bit more in this this video, but you know what? Nah. You guys seem to like the time lapses, but it also seems like you guys like when we just sit and chat in the videos. So, and a little bit of the longer form content videos. Sometimes I'll just put out a real quick, you know, RP style video like you guys saw this last video that I did. Oh my gosh, the voxels are going crazy. And sometimes we'll do these little longer of a video series, little episodes where we just kind of chill and chat and talk about some things. Let's go ahead and save this because it's been a little while since I saved. Come on. Take your time, game. Let's go. And anytime. Okay, here we go. Oh no, my voxel. No, they're going all the way down the hill. Oh, come on. Look at them. They're just... No, they're building up down there. Well, we got a rock slide. Let's go. Now I'm going to have to fix all that. Damn it. Come on. Oh, it's a nightmare. Okay, I'm just going to tilt this blade a little bit here. Oh, come on. Just cut in. No. Oh, it's a disaster. Oh, come on. Damn the dozer. No, dozer. Here, let's see if I can chomp this out here. Alright, we can maybe get a little rid of most of it. I just kind of want to make it like a fork where there's, I want to make sure I keep access to the bottom pit. Because in case I want to go down there and go dig a little bit and strip a couple layers out just for fun. Because right now that is an RP pit. There's no real node that travels down there at the moment other than coal. Which we're not even near the coal. We'd have to move more this way towards the side of this pit to even hit a pay layer. I mean, for the matter of fact, we'd have to move all the way over where we're at right now and take everything out below us like 80-something feet. So we have a lot of dirt to go. We have a lot of dirt. It's an insane amount between us and there. I mean, it's not as bad as be sitting on the topsoil, but it's still a ton of stuff to move. I guess it would be nice to get that layer down to bedrock, this node, because it's a good sized node. And dig that, and maybe the coal node that's right there, and kind of chase them, and then blast everything in between, and get rid of it, and maybe mine these nodes down. But we have, the size of the mine would have to be immense. Just for that coal node, and this node here, which we know pays big. It's got a huge deposit of lithium and everything like that goes with it. There's like 3 nodes here. 3 or 4 different nodes clustered in this one node. It's not just pure lithium like some of the other nodes are. but a big chunk of it is. I'd say about 65% of the node is actual lithium itself. So, yeah. All right, let's keep smashing this up here. Yeah, that was just a mistake that I made earlier, blasting some of this stuff, not really knowing, and things being changed and everything being changed into blasted rock. It does seem like the developer has a huge plan for Bedrock mining, because he took when we looked like we were streaming and we were talking about the blasted, and it seemed like the very next day he added in the blast radius, like legitimately the next day, and then the patch came out live. Blast radius of a TNT changed when it wasn't even on the list of things to be changed. So then all of a sudden it's like, okay. It definitely helped out a lot, but the thing is mining on Bedrock is kind of useless at the moment. It's just so low value. But like I said, it's mainly for simulation and RP. Some people don't understand that. They get real pissy and they want to Reddit warrior my ass. Like, oh, you're losing money or you're wasting your time. It's like, I'm never wasting my time, because for one, I'm just simulating a quarry, and I'm only simulating the digging and the blasting and the creation part of the rock quarry itself. So hopefully people understand that I may not be doing things to the optimal level because the game is not at that point yet. It's too early. So no need to get your panties in a bunch, dudes. I get it. I know there's some people who have been sending me DMs about it. Like, bro, I understand. I get it. I've talked to the developers. I'm not uninformed. I just am making content. So please be informed of that information. You don't need to come at me with a pitchfork. Don't need to be hostile about it or anything like that. I'm just having fun playing a game, digging a hole, and learning like everybody else is. So, yeah, and we're also pathfinding, and we're finding a lot of cool things out that not a lot of people have been able to experience, because we are so deep down. And we are kind of pathfinding the way to maybe even different playstyles that the developer may not even have thought of, and therefore that could change the game for the better. So there's always those things. Everybody plays the game differently. Not every developer knows exactly how they want their game to be played at that moment, until somebody says something and it's a light bulb pops, and goes, oh, okay, hey, I didn't even think about that. That sounds great. That sounds amazing. So unless you're doing things outside the box, you will never find those new playstyles that could potentially be added into a game. Right? So you never know what's going to come out of things. So just keep playing, keep suggesting, do things differently than everybody else, and hopefully something comes out of it if there is something for that to come out of it. Right? So look what happened since we got to Bedrock. Things have already started to change. New conversations have already started to arise. And that is all a great part of a game that is so early in its stage, because you never know what that could change. Here, watch soon. After we talk about this a lot, and maybe after I speak with the developer about it, maybe we could get a new map with better Bedrock changes and bigger open mines and bigger pits and things like that. You never know, right? And different values of ore, so we can run giant mines that don't just feel like we're mining out nodes or node hunting, so to speak. So it's not a bad thing, guys. Not running the quote unquote meta is, it doesn't really matter, because there is no meta. There is no competition. There is no meta. Keep in mind, the main content of this game is digging holes. So don't try to stretch beyond that too much, guys. How can we dig the holes better, and how can we make the whole digging experience better itself? And that's, I think, as a community, and yes, we are all part of the community, so make sure that we keep that in mind. What's going to make the overall experience of digging? Is nodes, or is it quarries? So kind of just theory craft a little bit on what could be added and how it could be added to make the overall experience of the game better for everybody. Like, that's my main goal if I'm going to be playing this game long term, and how much we can actually do. Because right now, if it's just node hunting, this is going to get boring for me, guys. I'm going to be honest. If it's just node hunting, I don't want to just node hunt. Because, well, first off, we see where all the nodes are, so that's not fun. And secondly, the nodes are too small. So I'm not going to get that overall open world experience mining that I may have, you know what I mean? So that's a bummer. So that, but that's just me though. There's tons and tons of you guys that are playing this game, and everybody's input is valid, right? So unless you're like, I want 1/500th of a size scale of a toy car, I don't care. I don't care. No, but it's like I was saying, guys. It's definitely super early, and a lot of people put in a lot of hours. There's a lot of content creators. Everyone keeps asking for me to give shout outs to other content creators. Dude, there's so many. Everybody's doing a really good job playing, and you know, go out there and look. There's plenty of people playing the game. You know, everybody, you know, says, you know, watch this guy, watch that guy, watch this guy, watch that guy. Everybody's just digging a hole, bros. Everyone's digging holes, dudes. Everyone's just digging holes. It's not any different. You know, so just get out. All I can say is get out there and support everybody out there digging holes. It would take me way too long to give everybody shout outs, and I'd probably miss half of them. So make sure you guys check out other content creators for Out of War. At least leave them a like. Even if you don't like the content, at least just leave a like. Hit that sub button. And support the Out of War creators, hitting it up, you know, and get out there and show some love, right? But no, you guys have showed me a ton of love, and I appreciate it. Me and the wife super appreciate all your guys' support and coming in and hanging out in the live streams, and we're gonna keep on doing that because you guys have been amazing, super chill, and you guys seem to really like watching me just dig holes and be stupid, so. Hell yeah, dude. That's what my best thing is. Digging holes and being dumb, talking shit. Let's go. It's all for fun though. Remember, guys, nothing to get salty about. It's all for fun. It's nothing is serious, and everything is all just chill and hanging out and relaxing, right? Streaming for me is relaxing. I don't like to think of it as work. Sadly, it is. But I'm more just hanging out. So I'm going to bullshit with people a ton. Someone's like, Split, you're supposed to do this. I'm going to bullshit with you. Even if I know you're right, it's not about who's right or who's wrong. I'm just going to mess with the employer chain. So it's like part of the fam, dudes. The more I pick on you, the more I make fun of you, the more you're more likely to know that we care about you being there. Man, I do really like how he fixed it to where we don't have to click. Holy cow. Man, I really could not stand clicking that many times. And I messed up this road really bad. These things just rolling down the hill. At least we have the tool like this. People keep telling me to get the grader. Why? It's so expensive. And I can just run around and do this. I don't like one. I don't want to use the grader. Oh, that. Because things always change too, right? When you're moving. So it's like, kind of just get rid of it, so make your job a little faster, a little easier. If these build up too much, then I will have to bring in a piece of equipment to fix it. So we got to smooth this out real quick here. And I try not to do this very often because, man, it makes me motion sickness for some reason. It gives me motion sickness. All right. Looking down at the ground and... Ugh. Whoops. Yeah, it's all just wasted dirt or dropped material. So yeah, let's just get rid of all this. Now, the road kind of turns over here now. Let's see how we're doing here now. Oh, heck yeah. Yeah, so we're going to be, like I said, Thursday we're going to be streaming. And I'm going to be probably working on this upper bench a lot. So make sure you guys come on in, say what's up, hang out for a little bit, chat about Out of War. Let's do some theory crafting like we always do. Talk about hypothetical thinking, you know what I mean? What if the developer did this? We love those kind of conversations. Absolutely love them, dudes. So make sure you guys come in and hang out and watch us. And just shoot the shit, man. We enjoy you guys' company. Especially on those long grinds. I'm not sure how long I'm going to be able to play. It's all depending on my voice. I'm already feeling my voice starting to kind of crack and stuff like that. We've done a lot. I've been chatting now and talking for about 40-something minutes. Yeah. But yep, dude, in saying that, guys, I'm going to go ahead and finish pushing this out. And I will catch you guys on the next, well, not on the next live stream, Thursday. Yeah, I just said it like 40 times. But yeah. So we'll go ahead and get into that. And we'll catch you guys tomorrow. And we'll hang out some more. So peace and much love, dudes. Keep safe. And make sure you guys smash that like button if you've made it this far. And please leave a comment. Even if it's just, I like the video. Hurrah. Say yo, yo. Say my excavator pushes harder than yours. That way we know you were here. And you love the content. But dudes, honestly, much love, guys. And we'll catch you guys later. Peace.